Welcome back. We're heading to the fair. Well, kind of. Joanna Coles from Warren County Extension offices here. But we're going to be making some food that's going to feel like the fair.
Right. We are going to try to take you to the fair as best we can in Bowling Green because we want to encourage everybody to go to the fair. The fair started 109 years ago, Tina.
Wow.
So it's a long Kentucky tradition. The first fair only had 75,000 people who went, and now 600,000 people attend the fair.
Okay.
And it brings in about $16.5 million. So a big deal for Kentucky.
Right.
But especially for agriculture, because that's kind of why it was started, to kind of highlight agriculture, maybe bring some new prospects into town. And so now it's a time for our kids to go up there and show their exhibits, their livestock, have a really great time and celebrate agriculture with food that we'll talk about a little bit later, but also with exhibits, homemade goods. All of our commodity groups are up there. And then also the youth get to maybe do some photography and painting and those projects as well. So a good time for the whole family. It's very affordable, $10 to get in. But Tina, put on your walking shoes.
Because a lot to do.
It is a huge event. That's why we can eat some of this chocolate-covered bacon funnel cakes, because we're going to walk it off. So we want to encourage everybody to go to the fair. It started yesterday with the dairy cows are up there this week. So probably check out KentuckyStateFair.org to find out what's going on. Make sure you see what you want to see. There's a cast iron chef competition. There's garden gourmet with cooking demonstrations. There also is balloon, some wrestling going on at State Fair, Kentucky.
I mean,
it's everything. So check it out. See what you want to see. www.KentuckyStateFair.org.
And that's some of the stuff that you kind of have up here, kind of marking a little bit of everything.
Right, and we have some photos that, you know, kind of show you what you might see at the fair, Cloverville, the exhibits there. There's a whole wing that just highlight our youth, and that's so important because that is the future of agriculture.
And there's the cows you were just talking about.
So, yeah, and how cute is he? I mean, him and his cows are hanging out, having a good time before they go show. So, just a good time for the entire family to go and have some fun, celebrate, and also experience some great food and celebrate Kentucky.
Well, you know, when I think about the fair, I kind of think about, you know, cotton candy, or you think about like carameled apples, but nowadays it has gone crazy. Like the fair food, they are coming up with something new and
it is so
crazy.
Extreme.
Yes, and I feel like that's almost like in itself like an adventure.
It is.
You know,
I wanted to make the Krispy Kreme burger, but my family and consumer science agent said that it was just not possible. No. The calories in there. She didn't really love the chocolate covered bacon idea, but I said, come on, we have to live a little, right? Because, you know, they have bacon, pork. Pork is like the king of breakfast.
Right.
Okay, we have the sausage, the bacon, and the ham, but why not for dessert?
Right.
You know, you love chocolate, you love bacon. Put them together.
I love the sweet and salty. I do that kind of on my own. I'll, you know, grab like a bag of chips, and then I'll grab like a, you know, chocolate bar, and I kind of just eat them together myself.
Yeah, so let's marry them, right?
Yeah.
And Tina, it's super easy. Super easy to do. Now, at our state fair, you can get the bacon Sundaes.
Okay.
And so maybe not this, but you can make this at home. Like you say, we're going to the fair, right? Super easy. We can just do this in minutes. 12 skewers, 12 thick slices of bacon.
And we want thick because we want it to stay on the skewer.
That's right. And we just thread this through on our skewer.
Perfect.
Do this really quick. And then you bake it at 400 degrees for about 20 minutes.
Okay, so we're baking this.
Yes, bacon. Bake it, put it on your grease-lined cookie sheet here. Put it in there. And then this, I already have some that's finished for us.
Okay.
And then if you want to, Tina, since you are so excited, this is your, you were so excited when I told you we were going to do this, we just paint that chocolate on.
We're painting the chocolate on.
You paint the chocolate on. So this is something that would be fun for the kids. You can get the kids involved, paint that on there. There you go. And so you just coat it on there as thick as you like. We have about 12 ounces of candy coating in here.
Okay.
But it's just how thick you like it. And then this is kind of the final product.
And you have some with white also, white chocolate.
Yes, white chocolate. If you like that better, you can do that. You can use any array of toppings. I have some sprinkles and some nuts on here, but you can use raisins, dried cranberries, anything that you like, or you can just go plain chocolate and bacon. And so you leave these on a lined cookie sheet, let them dry, and then enjoy.
I'm all ready. I kind of want to like a little bit. I want to try to eat along the way. Actually, I'm going to finish painting this.
Okay.
And now we're not only doing chocolate covered bacon, which by the way is one of my favorites, but we're also going to be doing pork chops.
Right.
But you don't think about that.
Well, the pork producers at the Kentucky State Fair is always a well-visited event, so we'll show you a little bit about it.
All right, guys, stay with us. After the break, I'm going to finish this. All right, I'm with Joanna Coles. We just made chocolate-covered bacon. I know. Stick with me, people. It's good, I promise. Now we're going to be doing a little bit more pork. We're going to do pork chops.
We're going to talk a little bit more about pork because pork's such a great product. It's so versatile. And at the Kentucky State Fair, our Kentucky pork producers, they have a hopping booth because they are always selling some of their grilled pork chops. And people want their secret recipe, but they're not sharing, Tina.
No.
So, but we found some other recipes because they are king at state fairs. The big, nice, thick, juicy pork chops.
Oh, yeah.
You cannot have one better than this. But a lot of people say, you know, I'm not fond of pork chops. And the reason being is our pork is really lean.
Okay.
It's a really lean product, and people tend to overcook it. So the USDA has actually lowered the temperature reading on a loin chop like this one to 145 degrees.
So it's not so dry.
Right, because a lot of people complain about it being dry. But if you cook it right, 145 degrees, let it rest for 3 minutes, it will be juicy and delicious. But the secret is what you put on
Is kind of like the rub.
That is. And that's what we're going to make today. We're going to make a little bit of a rub.
Okay.
Not the famous Kentucky Pork Producers State Fair.
No.
We're not giving away your secrets. We're giving away from Iowa. So
I know nobody, you know, be alarmed. They're like, wait, turn on. I'm doing the secret now.
No.
But this is going to be just as good.
Right, it's going to be just as good, but make sure to stop by the Pork Producers booth because it is delicious, okay? It's all the buns soft. I mean, you won't have anything any better. It's one of my favorite things at the fair, like your chocolate-covered bacon.
I know, that's me.
Grilled pork chop sandwiches. So right here we have a teaspoon of salt and pepper.
All right.
You know, just kind of give it some of that flavor. We also have a teaspoon of brown sugar, a little sweet. If you like it sweeter, you can put a little bit more. Or if you're kind of watching what you eat, you can use the brown sugar Splenda in this as well. It works just as well. 2 teaspoons of ground mustard, kind of give it a little bit of bite. And to kind of finish it out, we have a teaspoon of chili powder.
Okay.
All right, and then we just mix this up, the rub. And we just want to make sure it's well mixed. And then we're going to put these on these loin chops. These are 1-inch thick loin chops. Like I say, very lean. We're going to put some olive oil on top of these. Just kind of drizzle it over there. We have our grill heating here. Of course, we would want to grill this outside because that would be the best. But if you have an indoor grill, maybe you can't grill outside, you can use this as well. You just won't have to cook it as long.
Okay.
Usually about 9 minutes, we can get this loin chop to 145 degrees. But just in case, Tina, you might want to get your thermometer out. And these are great because you can stick this in this loin chop. It'll read, you can look, we can talk, and we can not make sure that our loin chops are overcooked.
That's what happens. You get distracted once you're cooking. And then
I tend to do that. Unfortunately, I get to talking and I'm not watching my pork chops, and then they get a little bit overdone. But we don't want that to happen at all.
This looks so
great.
great.
So we just sprinkle the dry rub on here. And then, like I say, we can put it on the grill. It'll be a nice, get that nice sear on there. We want to do this on both sides.
Okay.
And then this will kind of marinate. You can marinate in the fridge if you want a little bit more flavor there, or you can just put it right on the grill right now. Here's what we have.
That's the ending product.
This is the finished product
right
here. Nice sear on there,
looks
145 degrees. Let it rest for 3 minutes.
And the sandwich, though, is how it's presented at the fair.
That's right. The sandwich is how you're going to get it at the state fair. Go to the West Wing there. All the great food, the bacon Sundaes, the grilled pork chops, ribeye sandwiches, catfish, anything you want, you can find it at the fair.
Perfect. I'm already there. I'm already there. My taste buds, they're at the fair, you guys. So check it out. Like Joanna said, they have tons and tons of great stuff at the fair, stuff for the kids to do, families. So check out any of the stuff. And one more time, what's the website?
www.kentuckystatefair.org.
There you go. All right, you guys, we'll be right back with some more Midday Live.